everybody, CW here. I want to talk a little bit about these Contender grips. This is a older traditional one for the Contender pistol. It's a nice grip. It's not great for recoil, but it's it feels really good in the hand. And it fits on the frame with just a pin that's in the back of the frame and one bolt. And I'm looking to upgrade it. And with the environment the way it is, the way things have advanced for us with different ideas on grips and things, we can modernize this a little bit. Some might not like it, a little more traditional. They like this style grip or the Packmeyer that was popular through the 80s and the early 90s, which they're pretty nice too. I have one here somewhere. I just didn't bring it out for the video. And then they had another one that's a little more modern with a rubber portion in it, and that's the one that's actually on my gun now. Let me do a little. I'll send a picture in. Stand by right here. And that's my 14-inch 357 Harriet that I've been doing in the videos. You saw it in the last video. So I'm looking to upgrade and maybe change something. I was considering a couple of options, and a friend of mine gave me an idea, and I picked up some parts. So let's look and see what I got. Okay, so here's what I got. This is a grip from Choate Machine and Tool Company. And I got started on here and I should have waited, but this is just a Hogue handle grip. It gives you a palm swell, gives you a little more texture, gives you some finger grooves. And I've had it laying around for a while and I figured I'd throw it on here. This is just a regular, nothing special grip. And this makes it feel a little bit better. I have a larger hand, so I like the feel of this a little bit better. They do have a little strap in the grip here for a strap, and this is threaded for an AR style buttstock, and the same kind of attachment for a Contender. And it's a little bit offset, which I don't understand really, but I guess it doesn't really matter why they do this or why it's needed. But there it is. It's all one piece, and you can get this from, like I say, Choate. And they've got another one that's a rigid stock that folds. But for my use, and I'll talk about it a little bit here, this was a better option because I don't want to have a rifle stock that I can't put a short barrel on. So this is going to give me the option of a grip, pistol grip, that I can use with a short barrel and not violate any short barrel rifle laws. So what I picked up was a cheap folding stock option. So this is going to go on here. And then you just lock this on with this collar, whichever way you want this to swing. So if you want this to swing to the right, you put it on that way. If you want it to swing to the left, you lock it on that way. Whichever you want, whichever is better for you. So I think I'm going to do it to the left, just because we got this bump out. It gives me a little more room on this side. On the Contender, there's no ejection port or nothing to worry about. So it's just as easy to do this. Now to put this on, this is just a castle nut. So anybody who's worked with ARs is familiar with how these work. And just a brass pin or a wrench can lock this on for you. And this is just a brass rod, so nothing's going to get marred up. And that'll lock this on. And then the way this works is you just pry up on it, and then it folds over and it locks. Now this is not really good for any heavy recoiling. It's really only good for light stuff, but I'm only going to ever have light stuff on here. So then on here, because I want to use this as a handgun, I'm going to use a pistol brace tube and another castle nut. The castle nut will allow me to lock this in where I want this to be. Let's turn it on all the way and put this on here. And the orientation on this, oh, what's going on here? Oh, we got a Allen wrench. The orientation on here is these little pins. Let's take this right out, make sure there's no problem. These little dimples here, because these correspond with the screw on the bottom of the brace. So let's get this screwed in here. So with this, I probably don't need this castle nut, but I've got it on here, so we're going to use it. So we just lock this into the slot that's on the bottom of all of these tubes. And don't go crazy cranking this down, because you're only dealing with aluminum and a very small metal. So don't go crazy with it. A lot of your force is going to be handled by this castle nut. And we'll do it exactly the same way. Snug it up, put your brass pin on it, brass punch on it, and just drive that screw around a little bit to set that in to lock it. All right, there we go. Now we've got a tube, pistol tube, not a rifle stock tube. It's bigger around, it won't take a rifle stock. And now we've got a brace, pistol brace. That goes on here, and it's going to line up an indent with those. Now you want to be careful with your overall length. You don't want this too long. If this is too long, it's going to be considered a rifle stock. So I'm going to push it all the way in as far as it'll go, because I've already eaten up a little of my length here with this folding device. So I'm just going to push it all the way in, because I'm not going to use this as a rifle stock. I just want this exactly what it's for, as a little extra support. And then I can turn it in like this, and I can shoot it like this. So it's going to give me extra support even when it's folded. So let's just put that on like that, and let's get an Allen wrench for this. And this is another one now. Don't over tighten this screw, because you're only dealing with aluminum and plastic. This stock is all plastic, and you'll strip that right out and ruin it. So you don't need a lot of force there. And there we go. And it comes with a screw to attach it to the gun. Screw goes in through here and screws up inside into the grip of the pistol. And there we go. So here's an option for the Contender to put a brace on it. So let's take a look at that next time we're out on the range. Just want to do a quick video here as an option. Pick these up pretty inexpensively. And it's an option for you with a Contender to have a brace. There you go. All right, that's it. Just a quick video. God bless everybody. CW out.